Chapman Steve, and there's a question that's been out there. I think all of us, one way or another, have thought about this one question. Just kind of in the back of our minds, it's there, and the question has to be is, why are we born at this particular moment, at this particular moment in time? Why are we born in this particular time in history? Why? All the years before we were born, and all the years that are there in the future, now, at this particular time, at this particular moment in history. Now, all is discussed, in all the other videos, and we discussed that, we had a life before we were born. What the question has to be is, and that we made the decision to come down here, and I want to talk about, are you sure? We'll talk about that in a minute. But we made a decision to come down here, but we chose the time. We chose at this particular time to be present at this particular time. All the hundreds of thousands of millions of years in either direction. We're here right at this exact moment. Why? What is interesting, and the other comments and videos and other things we've talked about, a lot going on in the news. But all of us can feel, we can feel what's coming. We can feel that we are now at an apex. We are now we're adding it, we're seeing all kinds of things going on, and we're kind of making sense of it all, making decisions as we go along with it. But we're right here at this moment to make a decision that really the fate of humanity. The other, we talked about darkness and light, and that's the other part of the decision. Things are going on, and there's an apex right now, and in a short period of time, we're going to make that decision. And the decision is really going to be what's going to be happening in the United States, because the United States affects everything else. All around the world, all things are going on out there. I mean, it's all around us, and we can feel what's going on here, but we're all participating. But here's what's interesting. We all decided to come down at this moment, at this time in history, to make that decision. The total population of the entire planet is making the decision, the fate of the world, the fate of this planet, the fate of humanity. And here we are. We talked about before, there was another video about the question that's asked before we were born, are you sure? And the reason, that question that's asked, because we knew in advance, this is not going to be easy. And we have stories to tell. Each one of us has stories to tell about our hardship, things that we've gone through. Some really just terrible things may have gone on in our lives. All of us have a story to tell. But we knew full well before we came down here, this is not going to be easy. And they asked the question, are you sure? Once you made the decision, we're here. But the other part of the decision is this particular time. It was discussed, why now, this particular time in history? We wanted to participate in this decision as a whole. All of us are going to make that decision in the very near future. God, the decision we're going to make, it will affect the world in a way that, it's going to affect the world, everybody. Either we go for the good or we go for the bad. And I have talked about this before. If we're all together on this, we are all, most of you, all of you know, we're all part of one. We're all this in together. We are brothers and sisters, everybody. We're all part of this. We came down this earth, and what we felt and what we knew before was temporarily raised. It's all in here. We had to be newborn to be in this world, but now the question is, part of what's going on here, we chose this particular time in history. This is the moment, everybody. This is the exact moment we all decide to be down here at this particular time, this moment. So the question is, what are we going to do? What are we going to decide? Not only you, but everybody. We're all part of this now. What are we going to decide, everybody? The future's in our hands. We're all going to make that decision. In the very near future, we're going to make a decision. I'm going to go ahead and close out. I appreciate your time as always. I hope your day is going well. Until the next video. But thanks again for watching this video. Until the next one. Thanks again. Appreciate it.